What is the status of animals in Islam? Is it correct to say that animals are considered tools and don't have souls? Does Islam discuss their roles in creation? Good question. The animal has a number of different functions, but the main function of the animal is that we can say that the animal is subservient to the human, but the animal does have rights over the human. Meaning, animals are made for humans to utilize. In other words, our relationship to animals is that we may utilize them, but they also have rights. They have the right not to be tortured. They have a right not to be trapped. One of the prohibitions on keeping a dog in your house is it's a form of trapping it. But it's not the only reason. So someone says, hey, I'll leave the door open. You can leave anytime it wants, come back anytime it wants. There's another element to it, which is angels don't like to enter the house that has a dog in it. So, but in general, the role of animals is that they're here for the benefit of humans, and they benefit other things in the ecosystem. They do have a soul, clearly, because we can identify a dead and not dead. But that soul is not anything close to the human soul. The human soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He honors it. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. And Allah associates it with Himself, meaning that my soul, meaning وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, I blew in Adam from the spirit that I created. It's not his spirit as if part of God is in him. That's forbidden to believe. But that would be like pantheism. But it's the soul that Allah created. So the human soul is special. The animal soul is less than the human soul. So not all. So the assumption here on the question is that souls are the same. No, the human soul is one thing. The animal soul is much less than that. And hence, if we ever had to choose, we would choose the human soul to save the human over the animal. And that's a summary of it. Animals are created for the benefit of humans, but animals also have rights over humans. A human can go to hellfire on an animal, meaning because of abusing an animal. And a human could go to paradise and have all their sins forgiven because of kindness to an animal. Like the Prophet gave us both. There was the woman who prayed and fasted all day long, but she had no mercy for her cat. The cat was starving in the house. She trapped her and didn't feed her or anything. So she went to hell for that. Okay. Secondly, there's another story of a woman who was a prostitute. But when she saw a dog so thirsty, she dipped her shoe in a well and gave the dog to drink and kept doing it again and again and again and again until the dog was satisfied and ran away. And Allah said, you go to paradise just for that. So animals are tests. Animals, we can look at it from a symbolic point of view. They symbolize virtues and vices. The dog symbolizes the best virtue of loyalty, companionship, and service, and the worst quality of filth, because they tend to not to be clean. They're loud, right? You could say that the lion symbolizes power and majesty and glory, but he also is lazy. The hyena symbolizes the need for ratio, because the ratios of the hyena, it's an ugly animal. It's patchy in its color. Its neck is fatter and bigger, and its legs are shorter, and its noise is bad, and it steals food that other animals hunted. It's a thief. The hyena is like has all these despised categories. So Allah creates these animals, and lions and hyenas never get along. The lion is like perfect ratios. So beautiful. Its roar is amazing. You never hear a bad sound, annoying sound coming from a lion. It's a majestic animal. It only eats pure food. In other words, it doesn't eat carrion. The hyena, it's the opposite. It's like the anti-lion. It's an ugly animal to the human eye. Maybe to themselves they think they're pretty, but to the human eye, though, the ratio is off, right? It has an arched back. Okay. And there are, by the way, defenders of the hyena. There are. But I'm telling you, the general view of the animals is that there are virtues and vices to each animal. The cat has a wonderful virtue of being clean, but it lacks the virtue sometimes. It has a bit of a self-centered virtue. Some of them, not all of them, right? But if you notice, how do children learn virtues? It's by learning about animals, right? They learn about animals. And by learning animals, seeing animals, and here we go, the defense of the Anti-Defamation League is here already. The Sand Chief, stop slandering hyenas. I knew they're going to come out. But you see that's the nature of animals, you can say, has a symbolic element to it. And that's one of the ways we learn. And so Allah wants us to show, don't be like this animal. Be like this animal. Like Allah says, certain people who have knowledge but don't act upon it. He's like a donkey carrying books, right? The donkey is not looked at as an intelligent animal. But the books, all the knowledge is there. So that's an example. Allah also says that some people, they're always in the same state like a dog. If you load the dog, he pants. If you relieve him of his job and its burden and its load, he's still panting. That's a bad attribute. Of course, the lion in every culture was considered the most noble animal. They say king of the jungle, although he lives in the savannah.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah, king of the savannah should be, not the jungle. Victoria says, what about the horse? Oh, Quran mentions the horse is one of the most noble creations, so noble that it's been said, and it is used as a cure for depression for people. I think horse farms should be used for therapy. When you got a guy born in a city and his mom was on drugs, his dad is gone out of the picture, if he even knows who his dad is, and he's living a life of crime, putting this person in jail is abuse. It's abuse. This person should be taken and put on a horse farm in Omaha or a horse farm in Utah, right? Let him work there, produce something beneficial to society, serve the horses. Guarantee you within 3 years you have a different human being. Give it 4 years, maybe give it even longer than that, or probably less than that. You have a different human being. Our justice system is not trying to help people. The people they're helping are the companies that make the uniforms, the companies that provide the food, the companies that provide the security apparatus. That's who the justice system, it would seem, just from looking on the outside. That's who you're serving. You're not actually trying to help the people. They have no sense of irshad. If you had a criminal like that, if you really put the money behind it, and it's not going to cost that much money, send them out to the farms, send him out to horses, take him out of the environment in which he committed all that and had that cycle of crime and violence and misery and depression and all that stuff. Take him out of there, right? Hijrah. And then you help countries, you help companies, you help everybody, because people need work, right? And that's your punishment. You're going to go rob somebody, commit some kind of violent act. All right, your punishment is you're going to go out there. Where are you going to run, right? You're out there on the farm. I'm going to run away. Where? It's like 50 miles of farm. Just an idea.